as I have. I was thinking today, I heard some men say, a brother say actually, that he was talking about Father's Day and some of the fathers in the gospel. He said, we've had some tall cedars in the Baptist family that went on. And I was thinking, to be honest with you, of my brethren here with me. I was thinking, Lord, I thank you, for I think that we have some tall cedars here. Brother Randy, Brother Jerry, Brother James, Brother Jeremiah, they're the tall cedars to me. When the Lord blesses them, there's no other brother, and I've just soon to listen to them as any man that I've heard. And I've heard some wonderful gifts in this Baptist family over the years, Brother Jerry. And there's something about being a child of God. There's a special thing. If you ever obtain it, you'll know what I mean. And the best thing about it is you can obtain it, as these brethren said, if you want it bad enough. You have to lay down everything that may be in your way from God. I hope you'll pray. I don't know how to preach, and that's what scares me. I fear this place. And like my brethren, I know they do also, Ron. It's Father's Day, and my dad is gone. Been gone quite a few years now. But he told a story one time about my brother sitting here. He was a sinner. He said, I was a young boy in Ohio. He said, my wife was pregnant with soon to be my son. And then, RJ, he said they didn't know then whether it's going to be a boy or a girl. They didn't know. You know how things are today, they can tell you real quick. But he said all the way to the hospital, he said, I got a call from work. Your wife's in labor. He said, going down to Columbus, he said, all the way. I was thinking, oh, is it going to be a boy? Is it going to be a girl? I've got a little girl. What am I going to have? He said, when he got there, he said, there were some doctors outside the room. And they looked at him and they said, are you the baby's father? He talked to my mother first, and she said, you need to go up to the next floor. They took the baby up there. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. She was crying. He said he ran up there, and his doctors looking. And they come out. They see him standing at the window, and they said, sir, are you the baby's dad? And he said, yeah, I'm his father. And he said, I want to tell you that your son probably isn't going to make it. He said, unless you got a lot of money, he said, your son probably isn't going to make it. He's going to have surgery. He's going to have a lot of care. And he said, the first thing hit my mind was go call your mother. Go call your mother-in-law, your wife's mother. He said, I was just a young boy, Sister Darlene, and he said, I ran down the hallway to the phone booth. He said, I don't know whose number I called first, but I called the line, and it was busy. He said, I called the other number, and it was busy too. And he said, there was a voice spoke over my head and said, here's a line that's never busy. He said, I got down on my knees in that little phone booth, and I poured my heart out to God. If you want to talk to God, you get down on your knees. You're still out somewhere praying.
Yeah.
You pour your heart out to Him.
Yeah.
That's been over 50-some years ago, and the baby that they said couldn't make it is sitting here today. If Dad hadn't called out to him, maybe he wouldn't be here today. I'm glad today that started a seed in his heart and in his mind. Prayer changes things, brother. I'm glad today that I cried mighty unto him, and he heard my cry. He took the shame away from me. At one time, I didn't want to be around too much of people. I sure didn't want to see me cry, Brother Randy. But I'm not ashamed today to shed tears of joy to my Father. He is the greatest friend I've ever had. He's the greatest friend you'll ever find. I'm glad today, son, it takes nerve and it takes a special man's heart to say, will you pray for me? God takes notice of everything. I believe that, brother. There was a little baby come here, and some parents brought it here and said, if you'll pray, would you pray? And I just felt like when we raised up, I felt like that little baby was going to be okay. And we got the news just a few days later, that little child was up playing and doing well. God changes things. He's mighty in His ways. No wonder David, when he began to say, oh, the Lord is my shepherd. Oh, what a shepherd He is to lean on. I'm glad I got Him. I don't need nothing else to lean on. If you got Him, you got it all, friend. Pray for a moment of time.